You gotta get into the groove.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's good to have you here. My name is Peter Moinaro, and I'm coming at you live from New Zealand. We are actually 2 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon here, so we're a little bit in front of the rest of the world. Just want to check out the comments in the chat box there. And Dr. Lisa, thanks for joining us. Greetings from Baltimore, Maryland in the USA. So thanks for joining us, Dr. Lisa. Look, if you're joining us live, put a hashtag live into the comment box. If you're joining us or if you're watching this as a replay later on, just put a hashtag replay. And while you're with me live, I mean, ask me any questions. It doesn't have to necessarily be about today's topic. It could be about other things to do with Groove, or just different things in general when, related to what we do within Groove, whether it be affiliate marketing, whether it be Groove Card, whatever. But ask me some questions, ask questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Please, no support questions, as we do not have links with the support team at Groove, and so there's nothing that I can actually do for you there. However, you may want to mention if is something that that may not be a support issue. Just probably ask in there and ask in the chat, and like I said, I'll do my best to answer your question. Okay, so 10 p.m. Wednesday in the US yet. So pretty late over there at the moment. And then we've got Johan from Australia. He's put a hashtag live. Hey, Peter, good to have you with us, Johan. And we have Nancy as well. I don't know if you guys, you probably did. You saw my notification in terms of the today's live, and our topic is about building an events page, if you like, with a calendar. So now, obviously, Groove doesn't actually have a built-in calendar in the platform, so we will be using a third-party tool. And some of you that are actually in the chat box there or in the comment box actually do know about this third party that I get my tools from, but it is very, very handy to use, and it can actually make a big difference on your website. So if you are doing like a website that you want to, you want to customize it. I mean, Groove is very customizable, by the way. If you didn't know that, it is very customizable in some sense that with other platforms, you're sort of restricted in what you can actually customize and what you can't customize. So that's what I like about Groove. And the other thing is that it's not that challenging or that difficult to actually use other widgets, third-party widgets in Groove as well. So very, very cool. Who else have we got there? All right. Okay. Look, I'm gonna get into it. So we're gonna just build a simple events page. Now, I haven't done this for a while now. It's been some time since the last time I did it, probably over a year. And I did an events calendar for a gym, and they loved it because it actually it sort of represented what they were after. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to do an events calendar. I'm not too sure what we're going to do it for as yet. I mean, gym is one example. Dr. Lisa, I said with Dr. Lisa in here, she might want to use an events calendar for a client that she has that does classes and stuff like that. So all those sorts of things. Who else we got? No. So Nancy is joining us live, which is cool. Hashtag live. 10 p.m. Okay. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought Canada was on PST time, but it's on EST. Okay, cool. All right, sorry guys, so it's just having a look at the time that Nancy put in the comment. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Where are we? Okay. Right, now if you're actually new to Groove, then the first thing you're going to see when you log into your Groove account is the dashboard, the Groove dashboard. Let me just sort out this layout here. Okay. Actually, I might just do that. How does that look? Or even this. No, I'll do that. Okay. I don't really need my picture in there. But anyway, look, this is the dashboard. So if you are new, this is what you're going to see. Hey, Robert, good to have you here. Hashtag live from Robert. Good to see you. Yeah, so this is the dashboard that you will see. And from here, you can link up to any of the apps here up the top here. I like to use over here because then I can actually right click on one of the apps and then I will be able to stick it into a new tab without having to leave this particular tab. One other thing I wanted to show you guys, if you didn't know already, but over here, just on the end here, you'll see the 3 dots. If you click on there, there's more here as well. So you got your sort of like your webinars, invited webinars, surveys, polls, canned responses, analytics, and new webinars. So that's all to do with the webinar. All right, so just to let you know that. Okay, let's go to GroovePages. I'm going to come over here, right click on there, and then go into a new tab. All right, so I'm just going to go for a new site. And at this stage, I'm really just after a blank page. I'm not really after any page. I could have a look at the single pages and see if there's anything that you know, that sort of maybe fits what I'm looking for. But normally I just start off with a blank page. And as you can see, there's site preview is generating. So this sometimes happens. So you can't really see what the page looks like. So yeah, we'll just start off with a blank page anyway. So let's start off with that. We're just going to call this events. We'll just call it events calendar. We'll call it events page. Okay, so we've just got an empty block. We just need to add a block. So what we're going to do here, we'll probably just quickly build out a bit of a page, not too over the top. We're just going to do something that's quite sort of straightforward, simple, because it's really the calendar that I want to get to today. And we've got a few blocks here that have content and things like that. I'm going to probably just use, let me go into the modern and see if there's something there I can use. Okay, maybe wireframe. Designer. Let's have a look here. Content, getters. Let's do that one there. Canada is huge, Dr. Lisa says. It's got 6 time zones, really? 6 time zones. Wow. We've only got 1 in New Zealand. I know Australia's got a couple of time zones over there. All right, well, pretty cool. Okay, so I'm not going to do much here. I'm just going to leave that as it is. And down here, I'm going to do another block. And what I'm going to put in that block is I'm going to come over to elements and I'm going to scroll right down towards the bottom here. And I'm just going to drag and drop a code embed. That's all I'm going to do on it. All right. Okay. All right, now a few of you will know the site, which I'm going to go to right now, which is called Elf Site. And Elf Site is basically a site where you can get third-party widgets from, and this is how you can actually really put some edge on your website or on your landing page by using some of these widgets if you want to. Now, I'm on a plan. I'm on a plan called well, it's the lowest plan, so it's kind of like the basic plan, which entitles me, and there's about 97 apps or 97 widgets in here for different things, and it entitles me to 3 of each. Right, the cost is pretty reasonable. If I come over to here to the pricing, so I'm on this one here. So there's 97 apps, plus there's more upcoming apps, and that entitles me to 3 widgets or 3 widgets per app, which means that I can use it on 3 different websites without up to 3 different websites. I can use that widget on per app. On this plan here is 5,000 views per app. Probably don't need any more than that at this stage, and it's unlimited websites. So obviously that's unlimited websites, but you only have 3 widgets. So I mean, basically, if you don't need it on one website, you can take it off there and you can use it on another. Okay. Advanced customizations and free installation service, basic support, and 100% ad free, which is cool. So that's on the $18 a month plan. I guess if you're on if you're doing an agency or things like that, then you probably want to look at these plans here. If you've got quite a few websites that you want to add different sort of features to, then this may be a plan that you might want to look at as well. And of course, they do actually have an annual price as well. You'll save 17%. Okay, so you have got plans with higher limits here, so you can see it starts getting up in price. All right. But we're just going to stick to the basic. We're not going to go any more than this. And, sorry, you can't see that. There we go. This is the pricing plan. So you can't see, I'm not going to be doing any more than this, like the 5, more than 3 widgets per app. So I'm just going to stick to that. And I just showed before, this is when you start getting up to the top tier plans here, that's kind of what you're paying. So we're going to stay away from those. Right, let's go back to Elf Site here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to catalog. So over here, catalog, this is a catalog of all the apps that they have in there at the moment, right? And there's still more coming. So if I come down here, I can go into in progress here. This one at the moment is actually stocks is in progress. Embed various widgets to display livestock, crypto, and currency info on your website. All right, so I guess it will connect straight into things like those types of platforms that actually show the the currencies and all that, the crypto and livestock currencies on through the plugin, if you like, or the widget. New apps. This is where you'll see some of the newest apps that have come in. Comments that you can put on your website, so people can actually add a comment section to your website for discussions, feedback, and user engagement. So again, actually, it is something that you put on your website where people can actually make comments. Let's just give you a bit of an example on that one. Timeline, show your story, key events and progress with an interactive timeline. So you can see, so these are fairly new. Here is a flip book. I think most of you would know what a flip book is. This one here, the website translator, is actually, you can change your website into any language. And I have a website that it does do that, changes the languages, and I should show you actually. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Bear with me and I'll find it for you. Image. Okay, here it is. Okay, cool. Right, let me just change tabs. So this is a website. You can see up here, I've used the app here. You can see that I can actually even connect to our site to actually make some changes if I want to. But here is where I can actually change the language. So if I wanted to change to, I don't know, let's say French. Let's click on here and let's go down to French. I'm sure, yeah, here we go. All right, and that would just in a few seconds, it actually changes the whole thing into French. All right, so pretty much everything is changed into French. So that's how quick it is. That's how effective it is. So if you're looking for something that actually can change the language on your website, then this would be the one here. So let's go back to that, which is here. It's called the website translator. Okay. So these are some of the newest apps that have come in. Appointment booking as well. A calculator. This is a mortgage calculator, by the way. I think this one is. Yeah, mortgage calculator and store locator. And what is this one? LinkedIn recommendations. Oh, and polls and spinning wheels. This is actually quite a lot of people ask about these polls and spinning wheels. We've done the all pro. What's trending at the moment? So these are the ones that are trending at the moment. I have actually used this one here, audio player. There's also like this background music player as well. Social feed, restaurant menu. This would be pretty handy if you are building a site for a local, maybe cafe or restaurant. This will give you a little bit more ability to create a website like that. And of course, the best sellers, which would be these ones here. All right, so that's the one we're going to use, which is the event calendar. Now, how we use that is we click on it. Okay, and then you come to where you can configure things, right? This is where you can actually have different layouts. So there's quite a few different layouts. You've got this layout here where you can actually sell tickets. Right, so if you had a paywall, you can sell tickets off the site. Up and coming webinars there, university events. So there's quite a few different things that you can use this. There's a few different layouts you can use. We've got a movie show schedule. What else? We've got upcoming classes. So this will be also quite good, and it's also got like a link to actually where people can actually buy or pay for a class. Weekly school schedule, ideal for a small community school, I guess, or even just a school in general. All right. And we've got city events. So this would be like events that are obviously in local city where they might have different events going on in the city itself. Conference agenda. So there's quite a few. Museum. What else have we got here? Hotel shows and entertainment schedule. I mean, the list goes on. We've got club events as well, festival lineups. You can see, I mean, these are all really good looking layouts here. Concert hall, slider. So this is a slider exhibition. So you can put that on your website and people can slide through the different events and click on them and buy tickets. Convention center, upcoming events sidebar, right? And university events. So we've got quite a few there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably click on something like, let's have a look. Let's pull for choice here. Let's go with club events. Okay. So in the club events, what you do is you can actually click on these and you can share a link to an event or whatever. You can invite via mail. So basically you can just put, I think some of you are using Eventbrite. If you wanted to actually put, if you had a web page where you wanted to add your different Eventbrite events, you could do that using this here. This is more like a club event day. Let's see if we can actually find something that's more appropriate for that. No, we can still, it doesn't really matter. We can still stick with this one here. All right, so yeah, and once you've actually, this is what it looks like, right? So when it pops up, this is what it's going to look like. So once that's done, once you've actually chosen your layout or the theme that you want, you just go continue with this template down here. All right, and manage events manually, or you can connect it with your Google Calendar if you want to. Well, I don't have anything in there, but you can manage your events manually. So basically what you can do is you can change all these. So you can come over to here to the 3 dots here, actions, edit. You can have the date that it starts and at what time it starts, or the date it's on and what time it starts and what time it ends. So, I mean, we probably want to change that to maybe, let's make that 7:30, and we'll make this AM or PM. Oops. Yeah, we'll make this one here 6 p.m. Gosh. Or you can have it all day. Time zone, pick the time zone that you're in. I think this is the correct time zone for me. Yep, that's the correct one for me. So you can have it repeat itself if you want to. So it could be an event that's actually on a weekly, it's in a weekly event. So you can actually have it repeat itself, whether it be daily, whether it be weekly on a Friday, monthly on every 4th Friday, or you can do a custom, right? So you've got all those choices here, or you can do a custom. So this is really handy. This is a handy configuration for you if you do have something that actually runs weekly or runs monthly, once a month, or even annually, and you can do that here, right? So every weekday, so I guess if you choose that one there, it's just going to do just like Monday to Friday. And like I said, you've got custom as well. Let's just go, it does not repeat for now. We'll stay with that. And you can change the description here, right? So this particular one is for here, right? So you can change the description. So let's just call this yoga sessions, okay? For lack of a better term or name, I'm just trying to think on the top of my head here. So yoga sessions. So it starts at 6, finishes at 7:30, and we can just put some content in here about the yoga session. Obviously, I'm going to leave that as it is. It's just all just gibberish there. We'll just leave it as it is. Hang on, let me see if I can get some. We'll just weekly yoga sessions, bloody blah. Oops, that one more. Join us for I'm not too sure what types of names they might give to different things, but I think this is one. Is it Pilates? Is Pilates one, or Pilates, or yeah? I'm not sure how you spell it, but there you go. Weekly yoga sessions. Join us for Pilates, and we'll put in there meditation. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, it's got an I in it. That's what it's got. Just seeing if there's any questions in here. So, Dr. Lisa, so many possibilities with our site. It is. Look, when you look at Groove itself, I mean, we don't have a lot of choices with plugins and stuff like that, right? So this is one way that you can actually add some bit of pizzazz to your landing pages, something that's different, something that's unique, instead of trying to stick within the square or what you have. within Groove, you can always add to it. Now, it makes sense that you do use something like a third-party plugin type widget thing, but because I know Groove won't be able to put all these types of plugins or widgets onto the platform, that would be too much, right? If you look at Shopify, they have like third-party widgets and plugins. Some cost so much per month, and they'll have different ones. Whereas with Outside, you just pay a one price per month, and you get three each of 97 apps. So 3 each of those. I mean, that's quite a lot of plugins or widgets, if you like. So it's a really good deal. All right. So tags, you can change the tags in here. Whatever you want to call it. We'll just go Pilates. Yoga or meditation. And all right, and you can add as many tags as you want. Okay, so the event color, there's no color in this at the moment, but if you did want to add a color there, then you can change all that background there if you want to. Let's leave it at that for now. I'm going to leave it like that. Done. You can change the image too, by the way. So let's grab an image. I don't think they have a gallery where you can grab images from. I am just going to do maybe a quick search for an image. Let's just do meditation. You're not seeing this. You don't need to see what I'm doing at the moment. And let's put something in there that's relative. Yeah. Okay, let's go back here. All right, I'm just going to change this image here. Yeah. Add, upload a file. Oh, you could actually even add a image URL to it as well if you want. All right, just loading up the image now. So now I've got an image there, which is pretty cool. I just grabbed that off the internet. Hey, Karen, thanks for joining us live here. Cool. All right. So there you go. You can change the date. You can change the times and all that to suit. What else we got here? Let's see what else we can put in here. Buttons. You can show a button. So get tickets. There you can change the name if you want to now. Buy a session. Let's just put it here. Buy a session. Buy. We'll actually make a concession ticket. Buy a concession ticket. Okay. Link editor. So you can send this. So basically, you can when they press on buy a concession ticket, you can either have a URL that goes to like a payment gateway or paywall, whatever you want, or you can when they click on it, they can call you, or it will send you an email, right? So any one of those three you could do. Okay, well let's just do an email. So I'm going to put in an email address here, and then done. Okay. You can put a button caption on here. Save. We'll just say save 20%. Okay. And what else? Okay, I think that's it for now. Let's go back. You can change the button color. You should be able to change the button color, I think. No, No, not quite. Okay, let's go back. Oh, here's one here. You can even add a video URL to this as well, a YouTube or video, Vimeo, which is pretty cool. We won't do that at the moment. And file attachment. Okay, so attach a file to share more about your event. So if they want to know more about the event, you can add a file in here. So let me just try that out, see if I can actually find something that I can use. I'm thinking maybe a PDF, right? This one here. I don't even know what this one is. Hang on. It'll surprise me, I guess. Yeah, so you can add supported formats, a PDF, doc, Excel, PowerPoint, text, JPG, PNG, MP3, WAV. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. You can add that those different files to it. All right, that's still loading, by the way, so I'm not too sure how long it's going to take. Let's just wait for it. There you go. Okay, this is really just for demonstration, so I'm only adding it just for that, just to demonstrate it when we click on the button. So go back. All right, so we've gone through the whole lot here. Oh, that's what you can do. Here is the so here are the different layouts that you can arrange all these, and of course you could probably change the background there too as well, where it's got the, I think that's a double base in the background. So you could probably change the image there. So at the moment it's in this grid. You can have it as a list if you like. Masonry, slider, which I kind of like. I think sliders are pretty cool, but that's pretty cool too as well. Month, so you can sort of just go by month, I guess. That doesn't look that great to me. Week, yeah, don't like that either. So we'll just probably stick with what we had before, which was the grid, nice and easy to actually navigate around. Again, group events by year, month, or day. I'm not going to go through that just yet because I don't actually have enough in there. Well, let's have a look at this. Let's go none, year, month. Let's try month. Okay, so months per page. Okay, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't, if you're going to do it, you want to play around with that, I guess. But we're just going to go none. And rows per page on a mobile, so you can make it more user-friendly on a mobile by limiting the amount of rows per page on a mobile view. You can have it go full width, spacing between. This is very customizable, by the way. So there's spacing between events. You can change that here. So if you want to make it a bit more smaller space, say like 20, and then that's what it does there. It just makes it closer together. Let's just stick with 40. Okay, heading. That's the heading up here. You can change that. And let's just put a upcoming yoga sessions, yoga and meditation sessions. But so you can change all that over here and back. What else we got? Filters. So you can add all these filters in where they could probably search by using the filter, I guess. Not too sure where that is. But we'll just add that in and then we'll go back to here. What else we got? Event elements. All right, so these are the elements of the event. So the event type and image or video, tags, date, time, venue, button, description. You can put a description in there if you want to, but it looks a little bit cluttered. You probably want to get a description once you click on it. Day of the week. So you can add the day or under each like thing there, like date, if you like. So you can put that in there and we can take it out, up to you. But yeah, so if we took the day, where's it? We take it out. All right. What else we got here? Past events. All right, so you've got past events, show past events that people can see what was prior. So as many as you want. So over here, it's got 5. So you can do that if you want. We don't need to do that because there's no past events at the moment. All right, so that's the layout. Then we go to style. Okay, and in the style, this is where we can change that picture. And again, what I'm going to do is just change the picture here. And I'll grab the same picture that I've got in here. Or I can put a video by the looks of it. Just grab that picture again. Oh, I don't know if that picture will be big enough. Let me just have a look. Oh, no, the resolution is not that great. Okay. Let me see if there's something else. Large. I might just get a yeah, this one here. There it is. Okay, let's come back over here again. All right, I'm going to change this picture to something that's a bit more bigger so it doesn't have that distortion on the resolution there. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit better. You can have different brightnesses, so you can make it brighter, or you can just maybe just give it a little bit of ambience and make it a little bit less bright. Now, if you guys have used, hi Sam, there you go, mate. Good to have you here. If you, or Samir, I should say, if you, some of you would be familiar with parallax and groove. This is kind of the same thing where we will fix the image on scroll. So if we do that there, and then you will notice that it will just stay stationary. It won't move with the scrolling. Okay, background done. We can have a gradient if we want to, rather than a picture, if you really want to. Okay, so up to you. Maybe we'll go with that. Let's go with that. And let's go done. Now, okay, these radius corners, I think you can actually make, that's just for these corners here, right? The top here and the bottom. Let's just stick with those square corners. Okay, done. All right, so you've got horizontal padding and then you've got vertical padding. So basically, you can make it smaller, or you can make the padding wider if you like on either side, or or you can do it vertically as well, like so. So there's lots of customization in this. There's a ton of customizations. I don't even know if you probably need to do the whole lot, but now here's another thing. Okay, so we've got background. We've done the background. Okay, so active filters color, active filters color. Let's just make that red. See, you even got this little calendar up here. Okay. Let's go at being, what's this one here? Okay. Date text color. Oh yeah, so that's that color there. So the date text color, we can change it if we want to something else. We can make it maybe green, or we'll just stick with red actually. Stick with that. We can change the size of the heading there. Here, sorry, I should say. So, not too sure what it was before. Let's go back to where it was. That should be okay. Date background color. You can change the date, the background color of the date. So there we'll go black, and then we'll go white for the. Let's go white for the text color. Looks pretty cool. All right, and then you can actually do like the radius, I guess, on the on these things here, right? You can control the radius, make it sharper in the corners, or just make it more curved. We'll leave it at that. So that's all there. That's pretty much that there is pretty much self-explanatory. Event style. You see how it's got that kind of like fade thing. If you want to go with that, kind of blends in with the image. We'll just stick with this one here. Nice and easy. All right. So that was event pagination buttons. So I think we'll just leave that for now. Outlined. Yeah, we'll just leave that for now. We don't need to do anything there. What else have we got here? Pop-up. Okay, background color, pop-ups. We'll leave that as it is. If you know a bit about CSS, you can do some changes in here. Look, this is really cool because you can actually, if you know how to do some, well, basically you could probably use ChatGPT or even Claude to actually create some coding if you wanted to add something extra in there. But you know, at the end of the day, you probably won't need to play around with that. You just leave it as it is. But if you want to be real fussy about something, then you could probably put that all in here. And like I said, you don't actually have to be a coder. You can actually just use ChatGPT, tell it what you want, what's kind of like what you want it to do, and it'll probably just format the code for you. So that's style. Let's have a look at settings. So we're down to the last bit here. View event dates and details in the pop-up. So when you click on it, it's going to bring up the details. Go to event button link. We'll just leave it like that. Pop-up elements. There's so much in this. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable how much configurations that you can do in here. All right. Events and visitors local time. So I guess if someone is actually viewing this from a different, like in let's just say in the States, where they have, and even Canada, different time zones, they can view the times in their own time zone and not the time zone that I have, let's just say, in New Zealand. All right. Language. Okay, so you can choose a language. Lots of different choices there. So really cool if you're actually, you know, promoting to or you want this in the front of a say a French audience, or you know, what have you. Edit text. Not too sure what that is. Oh, okay. So you can change all this stuff here. Apply, and yeah, I probably won't even play around with that. I'll leave it as it is. And then you've got JavaScript if you know anything about that. Okay. So pretty much we've gone through all these different configuration settings down the side here. Dr. Lisa, what's she say? We have I have a good parallax here. Yeah. And if you don't know where the parallax is, ask Dr. Lisa in Groove. But yeah, there's a parallax feature there when you go into the background image on Groove. Like if you select the block, you go into the background image on the side there, and then you'll see just down the bottom, you click on image, go down the bottom, and you'll see parallax. You just click that on, and that will select that, and that will actually keep the keep the image at a at a certain point, and the rest will scroll up and down without the image moving. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to publish this, guys. So I'm just going to publish this here. Pretty much done everything I wanted to do. Of course, you want to probably make all these other changes as well to the other things. Let me just see what's going on here. Display all changes on the website. Why isn't that not publishing? Oh yeah, there we go. So changes were published. So I'm going to close. All right. Let me just name this. I'm going to edit this. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to go there. Sorry, I'm going to edit the name. So I'm just going to come up over here, rename widget, and I'm just going to call this yoga and meditation calendar, meditation events or sessions. Make the sessions, and then save. All right. So that we know what it is. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We've done all that. Now I'm just going to install. And once you do install, you're going to grab the code here. All right, here, and then come over to Groove. Let me share the tab here. I'm going to have to reload this again. And let's just go into the embed code, embed your code here, come into the configuration here, paste, and save. All right. So now what I'm going to do here, I am going to click on that, actually, click on the container. No, size here. Let's go one more up. Try one more. Yeah. And go percentage, so that takes up the width. You'll see that there's a bit of a gap on the side there. You will get that. So you'll have to go like, I think that gap is actually in the layout. It's an 8 pixel gap anyway. Spacing, there you go. Take that out. So that goes for the full width. All right. And now we're just going to, let's just publish. I'm going to go hosting. I'm just going to use the GroovePages domain, and I'm just going to put in the yoga. Oops. And yoga and meditation. Don't forget to put the hyphens in, but that's all got to be one word or one line, if you like, or all joined up. So put that hyphen or that dash in between, and let's just publish and see what it's like. Okay, I would use the preview, but it's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, let's go to the site. And there we go. And there we have our events calendar that you can actually put on your website. So when you click on here, then you're going to get more information. You can add more information. You can add it to your calendar. Here's that PDF that I attached to it. So if I click on there, oh, you won't be able to see this. Hang on. Let me go back. Hang on. I haven't shared my tab. There we go. Right. This is it here. Right. So this is what it looks like. A live view. When you click on the session here, that pops up. So this is the pop-up that I mentioned before. Here's the PDF that I actually attached to it. You can add it to your calendar. So you can add it to your Google, your Apple, your Outlook, or other calendar. Or you can share the link by copying it, or send an invite to your, to your students or whatever. But anyway, let's just have a look at the PDF. And okay, this is a vehicle offer. What's this for? Ah, right. Oh, this is my, okay. Yeah, this is my vehicle offer. Anyway, let me go back to here. So you can add a PDF. So if you wanted to add a PDF, or if you wanted to, I think there's even, you can, different types of files, doc file, Excel file, text file, video, image. You can add all that as an attachment if you want to. Right. So pretty cool. And you can put, like, you put as much information in here as you want. That's the information that I stuck in there. So you can put in as much information. And of course, you can change to as well the color of the background for the pop-up and all that sort of thing, the size of the heading, all that. But that's all in the configuration of the events calendar. All right. So there you go. Let's have a look at some of these. There you go. Obviously, if you've got more details in there, it's going to say show more, and then it will show more, right? So it's a pretty cool calendar. Right, let me stop share. No, actually, I'm going to stop sharing that one. No, I'm not actually. What I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that because that's pretty much all I needed to cover. Don't really need to cover any more than that. I think I gave you a really good walkthrough as to what you can use it for. Remember, I mean, if you actually wanted to get the free version of this, I think you're only allowed maybe 1 or 3 plugins, and that's it, or widgets, and that's it. Very limited. So I've gone for the basic, tier, if you like, and it's given me 3 of each in terms of the apps that are there. So once again, if we go over to the apps, you've got a whole catalog of them here, and so you can just scroll down with your heart's content and just see what you could use on your own website. This would be pretty cool, the before and after. Yeah, there's some pretty cool ones in there. Banners, timelines, social media icons, buttons. What else have we got here? Quite a few. And oh, by the way, these are ones that people have actually kind of asked or requested, and they go into consideration, right? And once if they've been approved, if they think it's a great idea, let's do it. They'll actually put it into progress, like this one here, and then then it'll become available once it's all been developed. So these are all the ones that have been, and you can do this yourself. You can add something in there that request something, and it will go into consideration, and then if it's approved, then you'll see it in the new apps. This one here I'm waiting for. This has been in like this for years now. This t-shirt designer, that's been sitting in there for years. It's still in consideration, but it's been sitting there for at least probably 3 or 4 years. So it's obvious that there's not enough demand for it at this stage. But if you don't know what that is, if you know anything about like Printful and Printify, where you can go in and you can create your own designs, this is similar. All right, this is what you can actually put on your website if they do it. That you put on your website, and then they can people, your clients or your customers, will be able to go onto your website and create designs on t-shirts, and then purchase from your site, pretty much like Printify and Printful. So that one there, that's probably the reason why it's stayed into consideration, because there's a lot behind that one. But yeah, all right. Okay, before I go, I just want to go through our calendar of what we've got on happening with GroovePages. So let me just head over there now. This is our calendar here. Here we are, today's date. Well, for me, it's today's date. We're on the 20. Oh, sorry. No, it's your guys' date, 23rd. I'm on the 24th here. Yeah, 23rd. Well, yeah, 24th here. Oh, that's Karen's one. That's me here. All right. So this has been and gone, I think. Yes, that has been and gone. That was 8 a.m. your guys' time today, earlier today. But tomorrow, Karen has her session at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And then there's also the power hour with Tyra, who's in the chat there in the comments there. Tyra has her one power hour tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Next week, there is iSummit Markets. So that one there, what's on there? That one there, that's a Monday. Yeah, so yeah, for me that's like about midnight, but for Eastern time it's 8 a.m. and that would be with Chinyu, and that is the crypto. Chinyu is our crypto expert. He's been doing it for quite some time now, for quite a few years. He actually predicts where, to what, like say for Bitcoin, what it might go up to and when it might come down. He's accurate most of the time, and it's pretty cool because you get an insight knowledge about how it all works and things like that, and how politics can actually change the way crypto either goes up or goes down. And because there's a lot going on in the world at the moment in terms of politics and war and global wars and stuff like that, it's it plays havoc with the obviously there are lots of changes in the crypto market. I believe Johan in the comment box there, he attends them. So do I, most times, not all the time, because it does start at midnight for me. And then there's also Karen as well. So feel free to come along. It's anyone in the GroovePages community, and that is on 8 a.m. Next Monday morning for you guys in the States. And then, of course, on Monday evening, 10 p.m., we have the small group coaching, which is just a weekly thing with myself and Karen. And then again, power hour on a Tuesday evening with Tyra and also Karen. And again, we'll just pretty much repeat. But these ones in orange, really cool events if you want to get, sign up to them. They are free events. So, hook into them. Obviously, these ones are all gone. Only one for this month is next week. Let's just quickly have a look into August. And again, the market ones will continue. And then, of course, we've got the Insiders Club. So a lot of the other different types of events was only in this month, and all the regular ones are in next month are still happening. So, yeah. All right, let me just stop share. How come you can't see my face? I don't know why you can't see my. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, guys. Johan, thanks for showing us. Thanks for showing how to set up the event calendar, Peter. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, it'll become, it will be very handy for different things that you might be, different websites that you might be creating, especially if you are actually building a website for, say, community organization. It could be a church, with different types of events on. It could be, a community type sort of organization like Rotary or things like that, or maybe just for someone who actually runs classes throughout the week, and they want an events calendar where people can go to and they can purchase tickets to be part of the, to go to the event, but like Eventbrite in a sense, if you know what I mean, just a more watered down version, obviously. So there's so many use cases that you can use it for. So I do recommend jumping onto our site if you haven't already. Go onto a plan, the lowest one for now. I have used the some of the widgets on different customer websites, and I just charge them so much per month, added into my monthly fee for them, and really at the end of the day, one client can actually pay for your monthly fee for our site. So that's kind of how you do it. One customer can pay for it, and you'll be able to use it for a variety of different customers. You're welcome, Nancy and Dr. Lisa and Karen. Thank you for the clips. All right, guys, that's me. That's me for today. Thanks for joining me. Next week, hope to bring you something a little bit different again next week. And then, we're going to probably start looking at maybe inviting more guest speakers or guest presenters on from the community, like Johan, blink, blink, wink, wink, and anyone who may be doing something, working on a project that they've got some skills within, skill sets that they can actually share with the rest of the community or us in here, and so we can all benefit too as well. But that's what this is all about, is just sharing information, sharing things that we do. Not all of us are doing the same thing, which is really cool. And there are people in this group here that actually do things that I don't do. If you saw Dr. Lisa's session last week, hers was all about Canva AI, and she knows quite a lot about Canva AI, and being able to get her on and to show us what she knows and to walk us through some of the stuff is actually valuable. And, we can try it out ourselves. So that's what this is all about. Anyway, thanks for tuning up, guys, and we will see you next week, and have an awesome week and weekend. Bye for now.
You gotta get into the groove.